What's up, everybody? Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I'm really excited to play this game. I have not played FNAF 2 in a minute. I am officially done with FNAF 1 on my channel. I might play it again in like a very long time on the channel, but we're moving on to FNAF 2. If you know anything about FNAF 2, this game's gonna get really aggravating in the future because this game has the most RNG I have ever seen in any game. If you don't know what that means, that's basically like your luck. Like, I don't know how to describe RNG in a good way, but basically it's really just like luck dependent. Like, you have to have a god run in order to be like a really difficult night. So the reason why this says night 2 is because I just got done recording this and realized that the gameplay was zoomed in on accident. So now I have to record this again, but I'm fine with that. So we're gonna hop into it. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about all of the toy animatronics, which are Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle, and Balloon Boy, and what they do and how to stop them. And then in the next video, I'll talk about the withered animatronics. And yeah, there's 10 animatronics. Well, technically there's 11 animatronics that can actually kill you in this game, not including secret animatronics. So let's get started. This is the newspaper for the game. Help wanted, grand reopening. Vintage pizzeria given new life. Come be a part of the new face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. What can go wrong? $100.50 a week. That is way less than what, not way less, but that's less than what FNAF 1 was. So let's immediately talk about some game mechanics before I hop into toy animatronics. So this is the office. Let me mute phone guy. You have the left vent, so there's no hallways except for the middle hallway, which is right here. There's the left vent, there's the middle hallway, which is black, but if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, you click and hold control and you use your flashlight to see it. If you're on mobile, you just kind of like tap in this general area. And then the right light is like your right vent. And the vents don't use power. So you can use this, it doesn't use power. You can use this, it doesn't use power. You can even keep your camera up and it does not use power. The only power you have to worry about, it says on the top left, flashlight. So this is your flashlight battery. You want to make sure that this doesn't run out. And if it does run out, then you can't use your flashlight. And you'll come to know in probably the next video, it is extremely important to use your flashlight when it is necessary. So you flick open the cameras. This is the main people to toy animatronics. This is where the music box is. You want to make sure that this music box is wound up to the max. Not all the time, and later on nights you want to use it like in a smart way. But this is like how much it's wound up. It's a circle and it'll start getting smaller and smaller like this in a counterclockwise like direction. And you want to make sure it's wound up a lot. I'm trying to talk really fast because nights in FNAF 2 are way quicker than nights in FNAF 1. The big thing about this game is the Freddy mask. If I flick my mouse down to the left, which is where this red arrow is, a mask shows up and you can kind of see through the holes, and that basically protects you. So if an animatronic comes in your office, most of the animatronics, they'll go away once they see your mask is on. So at 2 a.m. this music box will start going down only on night 1. So let's talk about some of the animatronics and where they can go. Let's talk about Toy Freddy as the first one. Toy Freddy can go from main stage, which is here, right here, show stage, to game area, which is Balloon Boy's area, to the main hall. And if you don't see anything, you can also use the flashlight on the cameras to see. I think that's really cool. From cam 7 and straight into your office like this. So he's pretty dangerous. It did hit 2 a.m. so you can see the music box is starting to wind down. It gets faster and faster as the night, as like you get further into the game, so you want to make sure it's wound up all the way. And he goes straight into your office. He has 2 stages in the hallway. He'll have a stage where he is all the way in the hallway in the back. You'll have a stage where he's like up close, like right here in the hallway, and you'll see that soon. And then he'll be in your office, and you have to, like, whenever he's in your office, you have to flick your Freddy mask down until he leaves. And you'll know when he leaves because the whole screen starts like flashing black, like light. And whenever that stops happening, he'll be gone. So let's wind this up. Let's check the main stage to see if anybody left. Toy Bonnie left. Let's see where he went. He is here in party room 3. So, you know what? He can be the next person. Toy Bonnie can go from main stage straight to the hallway, and then he goes to party room 3, to party room 4, to party room 2, and then he goes into your vent, which you can see him in camera 6, and he is always going to be on your right vent. He would never be on your left vent. So the roles of Bonnie and Chica kind of swapped in this game. Instead of Bonnie only being on the left and Chica only being on the right, it swapped. Bonnie is always on the left, or on the right, and Chica is always on the left in this game. Now let's talk about and whenever she comes up, or whenever Toy Bonnie's here, you'll see him in the vent whenever you turn on the light. And what you have to do is when you see him in the vent, like right there, you have to flick down your mask, and he's gonna come from the right side of your screen all the way right here, and he's just gonna stare at you for a couple seconds, and then he's gonna leave. So you really want to use the Freddy mask, because that's really your only protection, because there's no doors in this game. That ambience means that somebody's here, and you can hear a vent noise. If we check the vent cameras, it is Toy Bonnie. Toy Chica is not here. So the next time I hear a vent noise, it is most likely Toy Bonnie coming to this vent right here, and I need to use the mask. Now let's, he's there, so you can see him in the vent. So I flip this down, and he's gonna come from the right side, stay here for a couple seconds. Whenever you hear that buzzing is gone, or whenever that like the black screen kind of fades away, you know that you're safe. Now let's talk about Toy Chica. Toy Chica can go from, it's basically the exact same as Toy Bonnie, except instead of going to party room 3, then 4, and then 2, and whatever, because she can only go to the left side, she goes from the main hall to camera 4, according to the Freddy files, and then she goes over to party room 1, into your left vent, which would be camera 5. Whenever you shine the flashlight on the camera, you'll see her in the vent, and she'll come into your office through the left vent. Now, something different with her. Whenever you put on the mask, she does not come into your office. She will stay in the vent. So what you want to do is when you see her in the vent, you flick the mouse down. You flick your mouse down to put on the Freddy mask. And whenever you do that, you want to listen for a vent noise. You'll hear, it'll be like doom, doom, doom. Like it'll sound like somebody's crawling through like a metal vent. And that's what it is. It's a metal vent. And whenever you hear that, it'll take a couple seconds. So if you flick the mask down after you see Toy Chica in your left vent, and you like in 2 seconds hear a vent noise, is most likely not Toy Chica, and you want to wait until the next vent noise. I want to say, oh, there she is. You can see her in the middle, but I don't think she can actually come in your office and kill you through the middle. I'm not 100% on that though. After I beat the night, I'm gonna talk about the Balloon Boy and Mangle, because I don't have enough time to talk about them during the night, because FNAF 2 nights are like 5 times quicker than FNAF 1 night, so it's hard for me to talk about all the stuff in one night. So you want to, like, she's not gonna come into your office. You want to wait until you hear an air duct like crawling during metal. I don't know how to describe the noise, but you'll hear it, and that means that she's gone. So whenever you flick the mouse up, she's gonna be gone. Now the puppet, or the marionette, whatever you want to call her, keep this music box wound up. If this goes all the way down to 0, she will kill you, but you have a little bit of like spare time. So if it's running out, you won't die for like a couple seconds, like maybe a second, maybe a second and a half. But you want to make sure it's wound up, and it'll warn you. So if it's about to run out, you'll see an exclamation mark symbol like show up on your camera arrow. Okay, now before I do my outro, before I wrap up, you know, this video, let's finish talking about the other animatronics, which are Balloon Boy and Mangle. Now, Balloon Boy and Mangle have certain things that they do. Mangle can kill you, but she, like, you'll know when she's in your office or in your vent, because she makes like a loud static noise a little bit. It's not static, but you'll know what I mean whenever you hear it. It's like a loud noise, and you know that it's Mangle, and you'll hear when she's in the vent. So you, like, whenever you flick down your camera and you hear that noise, then that means that she's in your vent, and you don't really have to check the vent. Mangle can go from cam 12, which is called Kid Cove instead of Pirates Cove like Foxy. Mangle is in Kids Cove at camera 12. She goes from Kids Cove to camera 11, which is where the camera 11, which is the most important camera, is the music box camera where the puppet is. She goes to camera 10, which is where Balloon Boy is. Then she goes to the hallway on camera 7. She goes straight down your hallway into camera 1, and then from party room 1, which is also camera 1. Well, actually no, it's not camera 1. It's just party room 1. There's like, I don't know, it might be camera 1, I'm not sure. I'm just looking at the Freddy files because I'm not nearly as familiar with this game as FNAF 1. And then from the camera 1, she goes to camera 2, which would be the second party camera or whatever it's called. And then she goes into the same vent as Toy Bonnie, so she'll come to the right vent. And you'll hear her noise, and that means you flick the mouse down to the Freddy mask. You pull your Freddy mask on. And she also, just like Toy Chica, she does not come into your office with like a little cutscene kind of, like Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy. She leaves, and she's a lot easier to tell if she leaves because you'll hear the static, and then the static will stop with a vent noise. And that's how you know for a fact she's gone. With the other animatronics, it'll just be a vent noise, so it's kind of harder to tell. And now let's talk about Balloon Boy. And also, let's talk about Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy is really annoying. If you have ever played FNAF 2, you know he is one of the most annoying characters in the game just for what he does. He goes from camera 10, which is where he starts, to the hallway, which is camera 7. And he goes straight to camera 1, which is where Chica goes. She goes into the... If I've called Toy Bonnie, what? If I've called Balloon Boy, she, any other times, I haven't remembered, but it's a he. I'm pretty sure, at least. Balloon Boy goes into the same vent as Toy Chica, which is the left vent. So, whenever you want to know if Balloon Boy is in the left vent, you just gotta check the camera. And every time he moves, he makes a noise. He'll like laugh, or he'll say like hello or whatever. And you know what I'm talking about, because his audio clips are also in FNAF 3, and those audio clips are literally the most important thing pretty much in FNAF 3. But you don't have to worry about that for a while now. And if he gets into your office, and before I say the most annoying part, he's also like Toy Chica and Mangle. He does not go into your office with a cutscene when you put on your Freddy mask. He stays in the vent, and you just have to hope that when you hear a vent noise, that's Toy Bonnie. He's not even a toy. What am I talking about? I'm messing up so much. There's just so many. There's like 11 animatronics that can kill you. It's really difficult. 11 animatronics, not including secret animatronics. But he will stay in the vent, and you just have to hope that whenever you pull up the mask, Balloon Boy's gone. And on top of that, if you hear a vent noise, you pull up the Freddy mask and you check the left vent, and he's still there. That like resets the time, I think. So you have to put on the Freddy mask like again for the full time, I'm pretty sure. It's not like, let's say he leaves from like 5 seconds of having the Freddy mask on. If you have 4 seconds and then you pull up the Freddy mask and he's still in there, that doesn't mean you have to put it on for 1 more second. That means you have to put it on for that full 5 seconds again. I'm pretty sure. And it's not 5 seconds, that was an example. And that, if he gets into your office, he stops you from using your flashlight. That is the most annoying part about him. If he gets into your office, you cannot use your flashlight, you cannot see who's in the hallway, and Withered Foxy is the main problem with that, because I'll talk about him later, like in more detail, but you really need the flashlight for him, so that's why you do not want Balloon Boy to get into your office. I know that was a lot to talk about, I know this outro is really long, but I wanted to talk about like all of the toy animatronics in this video. The next video will be the withered animatronics, which don't have the same amount of information because there's not near as many new animatronics, the withered animatronics are technically new, but they're just like old versions of the first animatronics, kinda. So there are also cutscenes after every night from night 2 to night 4 or 5. I can't remember. You'll see them. You will 100% see one in the next video. But whenever you beat a night starting at starting at night 2, going to I think night 4, I'm pretty sure, you would get cutscenes in between nights where you're looking through the eyes of Freddy in the first game. So you're looking through the eyes of Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 1 on that main stage, and when you look to your left and look to your right, you see Bonnie and Chica and stuff, and different things happen each time, so it changes. And that happens, like I said, after every night starting from night 2, not FNAF 2. Oh, that was a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. You get notified the minute I post my next video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.